After speaker is not a license.
That's lawlessness.
Good morning. Songa, good morning.
Good morning.
Leave my other chairman alone. Morning, everybody. And I want to join both the years and colleague chair from the Civic Education Council and Dr. Mahmoud Sarawi to thank you for gracing this occasion and to welcome you to Sierra Leone. And we hope that you'll have a very restful time here. Your name precedes you. I mentioned your name at the BPRC, so it's a pleasure meeting you finally. This particular exercise this morning is very timely. As chairman of the BPRC, one of the challenges I had, in fact, was my baptismal fire, the issue of trying to get the ABC and the SLPP to the table. When I came in on the 6th of May 2019, the tensions had started rising, and we had agreed that we should have a dialogue session at the place guest house. Every arrangement was done, and the day to the dialogue session, I started getting conditionality from both sides. The one was saying, you should get them to recognize that we are the governance before we go to that dialogue. The other was saying, you tell them to release all of our supporters before we go to that dialogue. So this is really very timely when we're talking about a guide for dispute resolution. It's a very daunting task. Normally, it's not even easy to get them to the table, not to talk about them agreeing. And the old legal regime also did not help the BPRC when it comes to dialogue and negotiations. In fact, Section 6 that defined our mandates in the Political Parties Act of 2002 did not give us any mediatory powers. We are virtually bereft of any powers to mediate and dialogue between or amongst political parties. What the Act said was for the BPRC to come in to initiate any dialogue, we needed to be approached by the leadership of the party disputing or the parties disputing. And most times, these disputes are amongst the leadership of these political parties. And they were not very willing to approach the BPRC to search their own conduct. And therefore, the BPRC was there as a toothless bulldog, and a lot of these internal wranglings amongst political parties were ongoing, and we do not do anything because we are not approached by the leadership of those political parties. And again, by the old act, the ordinary membership of the parties could not approach us. We had an experience in 2019 when the APC wanted to call a convention at Kudlok, and some members of the party met us and complained that the convention is called without an agenda and that there is no delegate list. We attempted to mediate, and when the leadership came, they objected on the ground that those who had approached us were not part of the leadership of the party, and therefore they do not have the authority to come to the BPRC and ask for a dialogue. Of course, we checked the law and they were absolutely correct, and therefore reluctantly we needed to back out from that negotiation. The next day, those who approached us were in court, and then the party took about 4 years in court while they wait time on a matter that could have been resolved if we had the authority or the party was willing to come to us to resolve those issues. So these are the issues we're talking about here. Because we did not have the mandates, we had a lot of court cases being brought by the ordinary membership of the political parties, because that was the only platform that was open to them. Since they could not come to the BPRC by law, the only other option that was open to them was the court. And therefore, you had a proliferation of a lot of court cases. I mean, for issues that could easily be discussed and resolved so that the parties can move on with their activities. Now come to 2022 Political Parties Act. And one of the mischief the new act has resolved is the issue of the mandate of the PPRC when it comes to mediating both intra-party and inter-party disputes. Now, the act has given us a mandate to go in as of right and broker peace within a political party or amongst political parties. And now, the ordinary membership of political parties, they now have the mandate to come to the PPRC with complaints from their political parties. But this guide is more about the internal dispute resolution mechanism of political parties. And again, from my experience as chairman of the Political Parties Regulation Commission, I've come to realize that normally, intra-party disputes, they are more fierce than the inter-party disputes. Because when it is intra-party, there is nobody to protect, particularly the weaker parties, like the women. In an intra-party field, there is nobody to protect them. And that is normally very fierce. So a guide like this will go to help guiding the political parties as to how they will want to resolve their matters and their differences internally. As a commission, we have this practice that unless matters cannot be resolved internally, then we will come in. But normally we are very reluctant to go in when it is an intra-party field, because we think that if it is resolved internally, that resolution will be more permanent than when a third party intervenes, like the regulator. So this guide, though, will help us to guide the political party how they can meet, engage, discuss, and resolve their differences rather than washing their dirty linens in public. So it's a very timely intervention by Ideas International, and I think I'm tired of thanking you. I have done so severally in the past 2 years because of your support. And we're grateful. In some of the activities we had before the elections, we would not have been able to have those activities if IDEA had not come in, because some of the funding that was supported from certain development partners did not come. So ideas came in. Ideas came in to rescue the situation, like the peace march we had. If they had not come in, we would not have been able to do that. So thank you very much, Ideas, for that. I'm tired of saying thank you. I'll continue to say that as long as you continue to support the BPRC. So we want to welcome all of you, and we want you